Welcome back, everyone, to Dr. Burns' TOEFL Show. I'm so glad you're here because today we're diving into something super important for the TOEFL writing section, the email task. And not just any part of it, but something many students get completely wrong, the tone of voice. Now, a lot of students think that if an email is formal, it has to be polite all the time. You sprinkle in a few could you pleases here and there, and voila, you've got it, right? Well, not exactly. The tone actually depends on the situation and the audience. Who you're writing to, what you need from them, and the urgency of the situation all matter. Sometimes polite and indirect works. Sometimes you need to be firm, even if it's still professional. Today, we're going to explore one of those situations. Imagine this. You ordered a textbook online for your class, and it still hasn't arrived. You really need it to stay on track for your midterms. How do you write your email? Let's look at a couple of common mistakes first, so we know what not to do. Here's the first email.
Dear Customer Service Team,
I'm writing to humbly address a concern regarding a textbook order that unfortunately has not yet arrived.
I placed order #45782 for Introduction to Literary Theory on Jan 21st with standard shipping, but it has been 3 weeks and I worry that I might have missed the tracking information or shipping confirmation. The semester began 2 weeks ago, and since my professor assigned the first 3 chapters, I have been trying not to be a burden by borrowing a classmate's copy. However, with my midterm scheduled for March, I am just a little concerned that my academic performance might fall behind if I don't have my own copy soon. Could you please possibly investigate this matter and provide an update when you have a moment? If the book can be dispatched soon, I would really appreciate expedited shipping, or if it is easier for you, I kindly request a refund so I can try to find the textbook elsewhere. Thank you for your kindness and for taking the time to look into this. Sincerely, Mr. Timid.
It's polite, maybe too polite. The writer starts with I am writing to humbly address a concern and uses phrases like could you please possibly investigate and I would really appreciate expedited shipping if it's not too much trouble. The problem here is this student has every right to receive the book they paid for. Acting timid, as if you're asking a favor, actually weakens your email. The message doesn't create urgency, and the company might not take it seriously because it sounds more like a polite suggestion than a legitimate request. Now let's swing to the other extreme.
Subject: extremely disappointed, total incompetence. Order 45782. To whom it may concern, if anyone there actually cares.
I'm writing to express my absolute outrage regarding the pathetic service I have received for Order 472.
I paid for a textbook on January 21st, and 3 weeks later, I have nothing, not even a tracking number. Is it your company policy to simply take people's money and provide nothing in return? Because that is called theft. Your incompetence is now actively sabotaging my education. My semester started 2 weeks ago, and while you sit on my money, I am struggling to keep up with my readings and midterm prep. I shouldn't have to borrow books because you can't manage a simple shipping department. My grades are at risk because of your failure to do your one job. I am not asking for an update anymore. I am demanding that you ship this book via overnight express immediately at your expense, or I will be filing a dispute with my credit card company and leaving a scathing review on every platform available. I expect a response by the end of the business day, or I will take further action. Do not ignore this. Nis aggressive.
This email is aggressive, angry, and honestly a little hilarious. Perfect for a Reddit post maybe, but not for your TOEFL email task. The writer writes, I am writing to express my absolute outrage, and even calls the company incompetent. Threats, insults, sarcasm, check. Yes, this communicates urgency, but it also screams unprofessional. Nobody likes getting yelled at in an email, and this tone can actually make the situation worse. It's not the right way to demand what's yours. So what do? You need to be firm, professional, and polite, all at the same time. Let me show you an example.
Subject: urgent. Order number 45782. Status: Introduction to Literary Theory. Dear Customer Service Team, I am writing regarding order number 45782 for Introduction to Literary Theory, placed on Jan 21st via standard shipping. Having received neither the textbook nor a shipping confirmation after 3 weeks, I am seeking an immediate update on the status of this delivery. As the semester is already underway and my midterm examinations are approaching, it is essential that I receive this material immediately to remain current with my coursework. Please provide an update on this order at your earliest convenience. Given the delay, I would appreciate it if you could either dispatch the book via expedited shipping at no additional cost, or issue a full refund so that I may secure the textbook from another vendor. Thank you for your prompt attention to this matter. Sincerely, Miss Perfect.
The subject line is clear, urgent. The email starts directly. I am writing regarding order number 45782, having received neither the textbook nor a shipping confirmation after 3 weeks. I am seeking an immediate update on the status of this delivery. Notice that it's polite, but it clearly states the problem and urgency. The writer goes on to explain why it's important. As the semester is already underway and my midterm examinations are approaching, it is essential that I receive this material immediately to remain current with my coursework. Then they make a clear, professional request. Please provide an update on this order at your earliest convenience. Given the delay, I would appreciate it if you could either dispatch the book via expedited shipping at no additional cost or issue a full refund. Finally, they close politely but firmly with, "Thank you for your prompt attention to this matter." This email is perfect because it balances assertiveness with professionalism. It communicates urgency without being rude, which is exactly what TOEFL wants you to demonstrate. So, the key lesson here is simple but powerful. Know your situation, understand your audience, and choose the tone that fits. Don't be timid when you have the right to demand action. Don't be aggressive and burn bridges. Instead, aim for polite, professional, and firm. Keep practicing this, and I promise your TOEFL email scores will improve dramatically. That's it for today's lesson. Thanks for joining me on Dr. Burns' TOEFL Show. Keep practicing, keep perfecting your tone, and I'll see you next time.